Hello and welcome to this edition of Iron Sports, and I am Jermaine Brown. In this edition, we look ahead to the start of the new schoolboy football season with new ISA President Keith Wellington. We'll also be continuing our build-up to the final of the STC T20 cricket competition. As usual, let us know what you think by heading to our Facebook page, Iron Sports JA. We'll take a break, but stick around. When we come back, you know it's Iron Sports, but we'll be starting at the center circle. Soon come. And welcome back to Iron Sports. Now, the start of the 2019-2020 schoolboy football season beckons with, of course, Kingston College set to defend the Manning Cup title and Clarendon College defending the DaCosta Cup title. This year marks the 110th year of the Manning Cup and the 69th year of the DaCosta Cup. And here to discuss what we can expect and what to look forward to for this upcoming season is new president of the Intersecondary Schools Sports Association and also principal of St. Elizabeth Technical, Keith Wellington. Yes, it wouldn't be the same if I didn't mention that he's the principal of STETS.
Hey,
so Wellington,
good evening.
Welcome to Iron Sports. Now, the competition was launched, the new season pretty much was launched on Wednesday. As usual, quickly tell us what are some of the innovations we can expect for this new season, or some of the changes. Yeah.
Well, Jermaine, as you're aware, we last year we had a change in our sponsorship arrangement, so we brought on some new sponsors very late in the day, and we started a relationship last year that we are building on this year. So there are a number of things that we are looking to improve on from last year, as well as some new things that we want to implement. Chief among this, what we want to do is the entertainment value around the football itself. We want to ensure that our fans get value for money, not just in terms of what happens on the field of play, but around the events this year. So there are a number of activities around social media, around the broadcast of the games that we will be putting in place. And as we get closer to the start of the season, a lot of that will be exposed. But in terms of the competition itself, again, we had a little tweak in last year in terms of the Ben Francis and Walker Cup competitions. There was some level of dissatisfaction from some persons.
About to get to that. Some coaches were a bit dissatisfied with the knockout competition.
We have done a little bit more tweaking. So in the Manning Cup, essentially, last year the top 8 teams were not involved in the Walker Cup. This year, those teams that don't make it to the semifinals will get a chance to play for the Walker Cup. So that means there are four additional teams that will get the chance to play in the Walker Cup. And for the Ben Francis Cup, last year, the teams who finished second in their quarterfinal groups did not get a chance to play the Ben Francis, neither did the winners of the group. Yeah. This year, the second place team will get to participate, while the team that finishes fourth in the quarterfinal group will not play for the Ben Francis Cup.
All right, now, in recent seasons, there have been discussions about protecting our players to ensure that they're not burnt out, ensure that they don't play too many games. Provisions were made last season to ensure that schools had a minimum of 48 hours to play games. Will this be the same this year, or has there been any changes with that?
For the most part, we have maintained that practice of trying to schedule games at least 72 hours apart. There are a few groups, one group in the DaCosta Cup, which has 7 teams, so that group, coincidentally, the group that STETS is in.
Zone E.
Zone E. There are 7 teams in that group, so there are cases where there are 2 weeks, I think, when teams will have to play 3 games during the week. So for that group, there may be a few instances where only 48 hours there is only 48 hours between 2 games. For the rest of the DaCosta Cup, in every instance, there is at least 72 hours between games. For the Manning Cup, there are 2 groups as well with 7 teams, and that will affect those games. But for the most part, we have tried to ensure that there is at least 72 hours between games. In some cases, there may be more.
So any thoughts maybe of breaking up that particular zone, creating an additional zone?
There was the thought, and it may eventually happen, but not this year.
Yeah. All right. In respect to teams that are new or will be new to the competitions, who are some of these teams?
All right,
and who are some who might not be there this year?
Yes, I think that there are some teams returning. Off the top of my head, Black River High and Roger Clark. Those teams are returning, and that is why we ended up with 7 teams in that St. Elizabeth group. There is, and Godfrey Stewart, former champions, did not play last year, but they are returning this year. I think those are the teams that are, and Maud McLeod. Yeah. So those are returning for the Doncaster Cup. For the Manning Cup, I am not too sure of the teams returning, but I know there are 2 more teams than we had last year. Yeah.